Jiren not only made Goku and Vegeta break through their limits and discover new transformations, but this guy did it while being heavily suppressed. Even with Goku breaking through his limits, Kaioken times 20, and a Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue evolution didn't stand a chance against Jiren the Grey. And of course, we didn't see these new forms against Broly. We don't know why. I have a few theories about that, and we can get into that. But first, let's address why didn't Goku use Master Ultra Instinct? Some say that he simply can't use the form. He just doesn't know how to tap into it. Now, although I agree with that partially, not totally though. I'll tell you why. But first, let me address the good old people who believe Goku need a massive spirit bomb exploding in his face every time to attain Master Ultra Instincts. I mean, that's like saying Goku needs to do the Super Saiyan God ritual every time to become a Super Saiyan God. That is ludicrous. Not to mention that he went into the Omen form multiple times in the Tournament of Power. I say that to say this: Goku is always able to reach a level he already reached before because his body remembers it. It just comes down to the matter of the opponent pushing him to that level. So in the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly, he wasn't able to push Goku to that level. As we said in a prior video, Jiren was able to go toe-to-toe with Master Ultra Instinct Goku with no training from a god or an angel. That is massive. We just have to put that in perspective. A guy that trained by himself was able to compete with a technique of the angels. Just think about that. And speaking of training, Broly, last time I checked, was trained all his life by his father. And a lot of people like to throw that out the window, but his father was actually in the Saiyan army. He's just not a nobody. Now add the fact that he had to fight for his life every day on planet Vampa. I'm sorry folks, that is a lot of training. And all of that actually contributes to the beast that Broly became. So why didn't Goku go Kaioken times 20 and Vegeta didn't use his new blue evolution form? One could say that they simply just won't work against Broly. I beg to differ. I think Goku and Vegeta realized how much of a threat that Broly was to the planet. I mean, Broly was uncontrollable. He was just a major threat to their family and everybody else that's on that planet. So they went ahead and fused to put the nail in the coffin. They could no longer play around. So in all, it really comes down to what both of these characters have going for themselves. So let's start with Broly. What do Broly have going for him? Broly is a mutated Saiyan, and I say mutated because instead of getting a Zenkai boost after a near-death battle, Broly basically gets Zenkai boost during the battle. Broly is also shown to grow more powerful if the battle goes on. And obviously there are some limitations to Broly's growth during the battle because we've seen how Broly was running out of steam against Gogeta. I'm not even gonna lie, Broly was very impressive. I mean, to go up against Goku and Vegeta God forms, this guy have all the potential in the world. But all that potential came to a halt as soon as Gogeta came on the battlefield. I mean, my God, it was no competition. Gogeta made Broly look like child's play. I mean, all that tanking he was doing in the previous fight, he was no longer able to tank anything. I mean, every punch, every ki blast, every kick was felt, and we all seen it in Broly's face. Gogeta was simply just too much for him. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that Jiren would flat out beat Gogeta. What I am saying is he wouldn't lose as badly as Broly did. So speaking of Jiren, let's move on to him. Jiren the Grey of Universe 11. What does he have going for himself? Well, we know he isn't a Saiyan and he doesn't get Zenkai boosts. Jiren doesn't rely on his anger to make him more powerful, but what Jiren is a true martial artist with his own skills and techniques. Nothing was given to Jiren. He became this powerful through hard work and sheer determination, unlike, Broly, which was just born with this abnormal power. But even if you believe that Broly is more powerful than Jiren, that doesn't necessarily mean that he will win the battle. Jiren's battle experience alone would give him the advantage in the fight. Just like we're seeing in the latest Dragon Ball Super manga, the Granola arc, just because you're more powerful than your opponent doesn't mean that you will win. If you're a more experienced fighter, you will find ways to even the battlefield. Alright, so in my analysis, I'm going to take Jiren for the win. And if it's a life and death battle or fight to the death, I'm going to say mid difficulty. But if it's a tournament of power style fight, it might be a little bit more difficult until Broly finally burns out. Jiren is very powerful. I believe that he learned from his mistakes fighting Goku. He have the knowledge of the Saiyans, so he know he should be playing. He's not gonna play around with Broly. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. If you agree or disagree, comment below. Let me know if I'm on to something or if I'm off. Peace.